Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to some of my new subscribers from my last fashion and only fashion related video so far on my channel. This will be the second one, so thank you guys for tuning in. Today, the aesthetic that we're going to be talking about is the scene and scene core style that's been on the rise, especially like right after COVID. I feel like it's dying down a little bit, but it's still something that I'm gravitating towards, and I have definitely thrifted a lot of grails, like pretty interesting items, so I want to share those with you today. Let me know any other kind of makeup, fashion, etc., music, of course, related videos that you want to see on the channel, just to give me some ideas, because, you know, I'm just like doing this for fun, so let me know down below, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I feel like some of these items are more for colder weather, but I'm still going to share them today because I will still pull them out in the evening times. So I want to start with hoodies. The first one is this Juicy Couture stripe, black and white striped zip up. And this is one of, I'm going to say this about so many things, but just such a grail that I thrifted at Goodwill for like literally $10, and I don't know how they didn't mark this up, because Goodwill is notorious for marking up stuff like Juicy. It's in perfect condition, which that was another reason why I like really checked it before I decided to purchase it, because I was like, something must be wrong with it. No, it's perfect, and it's just so detailed. It has this green embroidery on the sleeve, and then the only thing about it is the hardware is gold. That's pretty typical with Juicy, I feel like, so I don't know, I'm not that mad about it. But obviously this is just giving such like a scene vibe with the color scheme. I feel like when I go the more scene route, I'm definitely sticking to black and white as my main styles, just because I don't really like bright colors on my complexion, everything. I feel like I'm really pale, so anything that's super bright really just overwhelms me. So that's kind of the color scheme that I tend to stick towards when I am doing scene stuff. So yeah, so this is the first one. The second jacket that I have is, I don't know what the brand is, and I'm really sad about it because it's super good quality. Like, it's literally lost no gems, and I've washed it in the washing machine so many times and it has not lost anything. The real like part about it that makes it really seen is the back hit of this, if I can show it properly, but it's a skull design, and then it's all done in this black gems, like crystal things, and then it has it on the sleeves, like on the shoulder and the cuff of the sleeve, and then it also has it on the hood. Yeah, no, this jacket is sick. And then the other thing about it too is it has this little skull gem thing on the pocket area. I will wear this with anything because it's black, and it just adds that scene, you know, like extra-ness to the fit though, even if it's like a chill vibe. So yeah, so this is my velour zip up, and that's it for the zip ups. I'm saving some of my other zip ups that I'll sometimes wear with these looks for hopefully another video. I don't know, I'm trying to like think of how to like kind of categorize things, and I definitely have a lot of things that bleed into each other, but I feel like those are like super obviously seen. Let me talk about this bag that I mentioned in my last video. So this is a Juicy Couture leather bag, and this is just insane. I found this at my Holy Grail Salvation Army in the Bay that I would always go to and find like the craziest stuff there. I was able to snag this, and it was genuinely like $12. First of all, I've never seen this exact bag being resold, and it literally has this number 12,720 on the thing. I have no idea about the origins of this bag, if it's actually rare or not, I'm not sure, but it just seems really cool. The straps are splitting a little bit, but I just glue it back. And then the inside is really insane too. It has this like purple lining, and then the, I don't know how to call it, like this tag thing is super cool. All the zippers are also really detailed with the little crown and stuff, and then it has the pink tags in it. Also, don't mind my nails. I'm giving my nails a break right now because I've had a lot of press-ons on, so they're just plain and really short right now. But yeah, it just has the Juicy Couture pink label. This bag is just so sick. It literally goes with everything, and it's also a kind of bag that I really like for my personal style, because I love the colorful Juicy bags, the ones that are just like super highly detailed and stuff, but I also feel like I wouldn't get a lot of wear out of that. With this bag, it also just meshes with a lot of different styles that I dabble in, and so I feel like this and my brown bag that I showed in my last video is just kind of all I need, and that also helps me stay accountable to not over purchasing bags just based off of like a trend or something. These are very timeless to me. All right, let's talk about some tops. I have 4 tops that I want to show, and like I said, I have a lot of tops that I will pair with any of these things, but these are just giving like the most like quintessentially seen tops. And the first one is this, let's see, it says 3 Pink Hearts Trixie top. It's definitely falling apart quite a bit, but I actually think that adds to the vibe of it. Yeah, the print is just super unique. I wouldn't say this is a very high quality top. I believe it's Y2K. I believe it's, you know, vintage, but it's definitely not the most well-crafted piece. Just because the fabric is a bit, I don't know, just feels a little cheap, but let me know if you're familiar with this brand or not. Next one is this American Apparel really long tank top. Had the original tags on it. I felt like I saved them, but I don't know where I put it, but this is from the Burlesque Museum, and I found this in Goodwill, and it's so sick. So this is, I guess you probably couldn't even see this, but this is the part about it that to me makes it seen, is it has this hit at the waist of this burlesque woman, and there's like a star situation and a snake. It's so cool. I love to pair this with fold over flares or just kind of like a lounge look, and I'll pull this down and it just is so sick. And then obviously with my juicy bag, a pair of big sunnies, which I will be showing some later. Yeah, this is just such a staple piece and super easy to throw on, and the fact that it's American Apparel just means that it's really high quality. It is a large, which is really weird, but it fits me like an extra small. So anyway, so that's this piece. Next, I have this, let's see, what brand is this? I think it was Forever 21. Yeah, Forever 21. This is crazy. Forever 21 mesh white top. I mean, like, just look at it. Like, this is crazy. I found this in like a really rushed thrift trip with my sister. Anyways, yeah, it was really funny. But this was like the one thing I found, and it was just so insane. And I pulled it out of probably the worst string of clothing. You know, we were going through the racks and it was just all horrible. And then I pulled this and I was like, okay, like who, what, like where are the rest of the clothes like this? Who just donated just this, I guess. But yeah, this is just insane. It is obviously super tight. I love pairing it with a statement bra so that it'll be just sheer and you could see the details of the bra underneath when I'm going out. And then it also kind of has this off the shoulder style to it, so you could pull it down or kind of keep it like on the shoulder depending on what kind of silhouette you're going for. But yeah, I really love this, and like I said, even though it is a long sleeve, I'll pair it for going out because it's mesh and it's really breathable. So yeah. All right, so last, I think it's also Forever 21 actually. Hang on, let me look. Yeah, so this is when it just said 21. This is probably one of my most worn pieces in my wardrobe. It's a cheetah print tube top. It's kind of like a purpley grayish color with the black, and it is just so well fitting. I don't know, there's just some pieces that, is it the craziest thing? No, but it just fits so well that you just feel so confident, and the length of it is perfect. The black tank is pretty long. This one is the perfect length. This was also Goodwill, but in LA, and super sick find. I guess I'll talk about some accessories. So I have this belt from Hot Topic that I got at Goodwill. It is just a classic staple for this aesthetic, so that's why I picked it up, but it is falling apart quite badly. I think the pleather on the back peeled off, and so I do have to be careful because sometimes it will make a black mark on my clothing, but I don't really mind it because I just love this style so much, and I really didn't want to purchase one of these new because they're just so expensive right now, and I didn't want to buy one that was really cheap either because I feel like you can really tell. This one is obviously still Hot Topic. It's not like the craziest quality, duh, because of the way that it's peeling, but it's probably really old. I do wish I had one of these in black though, because obviously a lot of my outfits are more black than white, so this sometimes stands out too much as a contrast. And so for those kind of outfits, sometimes if I don't want something so flashy, I'll pull out this one. Everyone needs this, I think, like if you're doing any kind of alternative thing, because it's just super comfortable because of the fabric. It is flexible and you also have all this adjustability. My favorite accessory, this goes without saying, but I have 2 of these glitter hats, and the reason I have 2 is so that if I'm out with a friend, they can have one of them. And these are just perfect for pictures. I don't usually wear them the whole night because I do have bangs, so they'll like just smash my bangs really bad. But for pictures, these are insane. And I did do this by hand. It took me a while, but I think it was just the learning curve. I think I could do it a lot faster if I tried it again. But I just used these studs that I got at Michael's, I think. And I just put them onto this pieces of jean fabric that I had and glued them down, and then I glued them to the hat. The hat I got at Ross, and it had this leather patch on the front, so I was able to take it off pretty easily. Now let's talk about shoes. These are gonna be the only items that are purchased new, and that is the one area of my closet where I feel like I have the most new items, just because I love shoes. I think if I had to classify where I collect the most stuff, I would say shoes would be it. So let's start off with the heavy hitter. I have these new rocks, and I got these, I think I still had them in San Jose, so this would have been like 3 years ago. They are pretty beat up. I lost the metal pieces on the side and everything, and they're just like covered in stuff because of the Velcro. But when I say that, these are such a great purchase. They're so unique. And even though a lot of people in the actual scene have them, it's still really rare to see them just out in the wild. So I just really love that about them. And I chose this style because they have this sort of what I call like a emo high top look, where they like give this high top vibe, and I love high tops. So I wanted to choose a pair that had this tongue basically on it, and that's what drew me to them. The platform's also not too bad. I know that they make these ones in like an even higher platform, but I think when I bought these originally, I didn't see the bigger platform version, but I still would have preferred these ones because they're much easier to walk in, and I can wear these for a good 5-6 hours and my feet don't hurt. And then I also have these DCs that are just completely trash. Like, they are just so destroyed. But yeah, so don't like look at these too closely, but when I say these are my favorite shoes that I've ever owned, I think, yeah, these would be my favorite shoes I've ever owned, just because they go with everything. I love a white sneaker. I do want to get another pair similar to this, but I think that they don't have these in stock anymore on DC. These are like new DCs, obviously. So I was kind of looking into Supra's secondhand, because obviously they don't make those either. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any recommendations for other shoes that look like this, because I'm kind of in the market for some new ones. Okay, let's talk some bottoms. So I kind of wish I showed these earlier actually, but these are the only pair of shorts in this category that I have, because I don't know, I just feel like it's hard for me to find the perfect low rise, super mini, like shorts. So I actually DIY'd these. You can tell because they look a little bit crazy, but these are some True Religion jeans that I chopped up. And before you pulverize me, these were probably the most heinous pair of True Religions I've ever seen, and they might even be fake, I'm not sure. They were a skinny ombre white to this color pair of True Religions, and they had zero stretch. Like, it was like impossible to wear them. And so I thrifted them for $8, knowing full well that I was probably going to chop them up. But yeah, I tried to wear them as they were, and it was like, nobody would want those. And I honestly think, and I'll show you, that they might have been a DIY project themselves, because it's so stark white on the inside, and then you have these little bits of paint marks, it looks like. So I'm like, did someone ombre it themselves? Like, I don't know. These are just, they were a mess. So I didn't really feel bad about chopping them up. But now they're these super cute pair of mini shorts with the distressing, and you know, this DIY did not go super smoothly like most of mine, so there is a few quite a bit of imperfections, but I ended up having to put these pleats in the side because or not pleats, like a gusset in the side, because they were so tight on my leg, it looked horrible. So I ended up making these gussets so that it, you know, didn't constrain my legs so bad, but I think it turned out really cool, and I kind of like the double hem. You can't really tell as much when I'm holding it, but in the trial you'll see how the hem looks, and I think it looks really good. And then my other pair of pants that are equally as destroyed, but not by me, just by wear, is my Miss Me's. And these I thrifted at a Goodwill when I was killing time before I was hanging out with friends. Let me just show you more of the details. There's studs and stuff. I'll have the little cross on it, and then the back pockets, the studs are actually like a gem, and then it has the leather patch obviously, and yeah, this embroidered, it's actually like blue, but it's this blue stitching embroidery and then the more gems. So I only have a few things left, and I want to share a gadget. This is my 2011 MacBook Air, and it's still going strong. There's nothing that interesting about it. I just always keep it because it's just so nostalgic, and I've had this since high school, and I bought it used, but yeah, it's a 2011 Mac, so we love her. These are my go-to clubbing glasses, these ones in particular. These are True Religion, bought at Ross glasses. Go to Ross for your glasses, or Marshalls, or like any of those type of places, because you can find really cute glasses that are under $15. The reason why I like these for the club is because obviously they're clear, so I can actually see, but I'll still wear these ones too if my fit is all black. I have a few jewelry items, and these were also all bought new. This is a Guess necklace that I got at the Guess store. They're having like a sale, or I guess these items went clearance, so I couldn't help myself, had to get some stuff because they're just so cute. And I have a lot of trouble finding jewelry at the thrift stores in the cities that I've lived in, because I feel like they don't carry them a lot, and probably because people will take it. But yeah, the only time I've bought a lot of jewelry pieces secondhand was on Whatnot, and I don't know, it's too dangerous to me. I need to struggle to find stuff. Anyways, this is that necklace. Super heavy, really nice quality. Yeah, I love that. And then I have these earrings that I also got at the same time. I really love these because they're also super heavy, and they also have this dents and stuff that, I don't know, just make it look more scene vibe. And they say Guess in the part of that hoop. And then this last necklace was a gift, so I didn't purchase it new, but it is this star shape from Kate Spade, and it was bought from the outlet. I just know this because I like sent what I wanted, so it was this. The last accessory that I have is this bag charm that I made, and I made this out of this black and red striped wool fabric that was from a sweater that shrunk, so I just turned it into something, and I still have a lot of it left, so I'm trying to decide what I want to do with it. And then I just attached it with this ribbon and did this other like ribbon bow. This is just such a cute DIY to do, because you don't need any sewing machine. You can just use a needle and thread, and I stuffed it with fabric scraps, so it's a good way to like use up some old material that you have. Yeah, and I want to make more of these actually, so that I can have them coordinating with my outfit on my bag, but this one gets a lot of use with all my black outfits obviously that I have. I have a few random items last. I was like debating whether to show this, but it kind of matches with what I'm wearing today. Actually, let me talk about this shirt, because you'll probably like see my armpit, the hole in my armpit, everything. But this is a senior 2009 shirt that I don't know where it's from, as in the original brand, but it is obviously Goodwill find, and just something about this shirt, I just love it so much, and I wear this everywhere. I don't care that it's so tattered. I did cut the neck, but I figured nobody else is gonna wear this shirt except for me. So this is exhilaration pajama shorts, I guess, and these are just so scene vibes. They're low rise, they're so cute, and you know, I don't know, it just gives me that nostalgic vibe, like sleepovers with the girls after a day at the mall. And I don't know, I just love this stripe pattern. This is like the one thing that I have that's not black and white. The last items I'll show together because that's how I wear them, but it's this Apartment 9 swim bottom, swim skirt, and then this Roxy halter bikini top. This type of bottoms is like my perfect beach style because it has a skirt, so you got a little bit of coverage, but it's still super low rise, so it still matches my aesthetic. And I actually wear these out, especially to like the scene core raves and stuff that I'll go to, because well, first of all, I feel safe there to wear this, but yeah, second of all, just goes with like fishnets, like anything like that is super cute with. And then this Roxy find is pretty old, honestly, but I don't know, it's just so perfect. Like I can't believe that I found this in such good condition at the thrift. It has this Roxy pattern with the XOXO on it, and it's the black and white, of course. And yeah, I don't know, this is just like my go-to beach look. I have a few other swimsuit tops too that pair really well with this, but this is obviously a match. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.